continuations or in between disturbances happen, continuations. Now, status of women. Women had the right to study the Vedas. Ghosha and Apala were composers of Vedic hymns. Legally, the women were under the control of men. Child marriage, the sati system, and parda system did not exist among the Aryans. Women had freedom in the choice of their husbands. Monogamy was the usual practice, though polygamy was also practiced by many. Monogamy means the only one wife, one husband. Polygamy means having more wife, more husband at the same time. That practice also there. A woman attended all the social functions and gatherings. Now, religions. A nature worship such as Varuna, Surya, and Indra was practiced. Varuna means rain, Surya sun, and Indra means Varuna means is the air. Indra rains. The three of them worshipped, practiced. No temple worship was practiced. No idol worship was practiced. Those days, no idol. Nowadays, everybody is having small idol and keep and build a temple or whatever it is. Next, polytheism. Polytheism means the belief that there is more than one God. That is called polytheism. Prevailed, none of the gods was looked upon as the supreme God. The religious belief and practice were obtained from the hymns of the Rig Veda. Now, later Vedics, that is called Society of Later Vedic Periods. Status of women. Women were under the control of men in the early Vedic period, but it became more restrictive during the later Vedic period. Child marriage also took place. Widow remarriage, divorce, and remarriage of women were not permitted to the women of three upper castes. No parda system existed. Women enjoyed considerable freedom of movement. Towards and end of the later Vedic period, women were not allowed to study the Vedas. Now, religions. There was emergence of the new gods such as Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Rama and Krishna. Durga, Kali, Lakshmi and Parvati emerged as the important female deities. No temple worship was practiced. Idol worship was practiced. Is the old early Vedic period, then there won't be any idols worship. The later Vedic, they used to idols to worship. The emphasis was placed more on ritual than on religious chanting of the sacred hymns of the Vedas. Now we will come to the economic comparison, the early Vedic period and later Vedic periods. Now first we will see the early Vedic period, economy. The only one grain referred to in the Rig Veda is Yava. Yava means what do you call barley rice. That is called Yava. Agriculture was chief occupation of the people. The land was tilled with the people drawn by bullocks. Wells and canals were used for irrigations. Wheat, rice and barley were mainly grown. Cotton was also cultivated. Pastoralism or animal husbandry was also the most important means of livelihood. Cows were their principal wealth. Horses were also important because of their utility during wars. Other domesticated animals were the ox, the dog, the goat, and the sheep. Some specialized occupations were carpentry, chariot making, metalwork, leather crafts, pottery, and weaving. Men and women were engaged in weaving cloth and cotton. Women specialized in dyeing and embroidery work. The metalworks made armor and helmets for warriors, besides making weapons, tools, and utensils. The gold and silver ornaments were used by the rich. The chariot makers had an important positions in the society because of importance of war. Pottery was used for shortage of grains, storage of grains and cooking. Normally big pot. The olden days they will keep big basket type, big mud pots to keep storage of the grains. Next, economic of the later Vedic period. In addition to Yava, that is barley, the new crop Vrihi means rice, become significant. Crops like wheat, rice, and barley were cultivated. Agriculture gained greater importance as means of livelihood because of many improvements like big plowshares of iron were used. Plowshares means digging work like arrow type, like shovels to take out any item, to dig anything like a crowbar type. It is a bigger one, wider. Cattle was also important to economy because bullocks were used for flogging the land. There were a large number of specialized workers in this period who offered their services to the society, like carpenters, leather workers, blacksmiths, boatmen, chariot makers, weavers, potters, fishermen, butchers, car drivers, hunters, goldsmith, and jewelers. A surplus production helped in supporting centralized controlled by the kingdom that were emerging at this time. Apart from copper, bronze, and gold, later Vedic texts also mention the use of tin, lead, and silver. In the villages, small peasant owners of land were replaced by big landlords who secured possession of entire village. That means farmers. Improved method of tilling and land by deep flogging, manuring, and sowing with the better seeds were known to the Aryans. More land was brought under cultivations. Now this is the Vedic, later Vedic and early Vedic. So I'm going to conclusion this. Early Vedic, the better system was practiced for the trade transactions. The cow was the standard unit of value. The use of metals implied regular trade and transport because metal ores were not available in the most of the river valleys where Rigvedic settlement existed. Horses and bullocks were used for carrying goods from place to place. Most of the trade and commerce was in the hands of people known as pawnees. They also transported goods through inland rivers. Now, later Vedic barter system still remained in the principal means exchange goods. Gold and silver are also used in medium of exchange. Trade both inland and seaborne was known to the people Niksha. Niksha means the piece of ornaments. Was also used by things. The word Niksha became the name of kind of coin in the later times. The most significant change was the use of iron in the large quantities. So this is the Vedic period of later Vedic and early Vedic. Now timeline of this event when this Vedic was started. So Aryans migrated from the Caspian Sea region and settled in northern India, that is 1000 BC to 1500 BC. Iron Age in India, that is normally called 1200 BC. In between 1100 to 500 BC, the remaining Vedas and the branches were composed. The early period, this is normally called, it is 1500 BC to 1100 BC. The early Vedic period, most of rhymes and Rigveda were composed. Between 1100 to 500 BC, later Vedic period composed. So these are the Vedic matters. So only you have to study for Vedic, the socials, women's power, empowerments, what is the families, ashramas. You have to remember for your exams. If you have any doubt, you may ask me, so I can explain you. Good morning class, stay safe, stay home.